Stay tuned for ICRT News and Weather coming up next.
Mark.
置身世界遗产越南惠安古镇，手工灯笼高高挂，惊叹顺化皇城，游历后宫法式花园，登顶欧式古堡3层，越南岘港巴拿山，沉醉汉江梦幻夜色，荣获金子旅游奖肯定，遨游中越，品冠旅游。
Take journeys and create memories. Award-winning vacations with PK Travel.
We're ICRT, FM 100, Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Your news, Taiwan and the world.
Good afternoon, it's 4 o'clock. I'm Nancy Sun with the top of the hour news. In Taiwan news, the 41st Wan-An anti-air drill is scheduled between June 4th and 7th across the island, 1:30 to 2 p.m. The Ministry of National Defense reminds people in the central regions that they should not panic when their cell phones receive warnings that missile attacks are imminent. MND officials say this is the first time that the ministry included a test of the warning system for attacks from the air in the Wan-An exercises. The MND also says that the drill in the north is slated for June 4th on Monday, which includes the Greater Taipei area, Yilan, Taoyuan, and Hsinchu. Southern Taiwan and outlying Jinmen Island will go through the drill on June 5th, followed by eastern areas of the island and outlying Matsu the next day. Wan-An 41 drill in central Taiwan and outlying Penghu Island is slated for June 7th. The Transitional Justice Council is one step closer to reality. Lawmakers have approved the appointments of Huan Huang-chung and Zhang Tang-qing to be the chair and deputy chair of the council, respectively. An executive yuan spokesperson has thanked lawmakers for their speedy approval of the council's leaders. He adds that the council should be ready to open its doors by the end of the month, following delays in preparing for the office due to protests. And the Defense Ministry is turning to tech to boost military education recall rates. A ministry official says starting next Monday, they will be rolling out a new policy where notices for reserve force education recall will be sent out through text messages 5 days before the start of training. He says the MND has already checked with the Ministry of Justice that the new measure is not in violation of the Personal Information Protection Act, and they can receive approval from Taiwan's various telecoms companies, which will send out the notifications. Currently, the ministry uses registered letters to notify reserve service people of education recall, and they hope using SMS messaging will help the ministry reach its recall target. In international news, Donald Trump is expected to announce a decision on U.S. participation in the Iran nuclear deal. From Washington, Harry Horton reports.
Officials from France, Germany and the United Kingdom have all left Washington in recent weeks with little confidence they've managed to convince President Trump to stay in the Iran nuclear deal. They warned that scrapping the agreement could lead to an all-out war in the Middle East. Diplomats will pay close attention to the details of Trump's announcement, especially on whether European nations can maintain economic ties to Iran without punishment from the US. All this just weeks before the US enters negotiations on another nuclear threat in the form of North Korea. Harry Horton, Washington.
Authorities say 2 people have died and 14 have been injured after a passenger train hit a stationary cargo train in southern Germany. Police say those killed were the driver of the passenger train and a female passenger. One of the injured is in serious condition. Officials say the passenger train was traveling from Augsburg to Ingolstadt when it hit the cargo train near a station. The driver of the cargo train was reportedly uninjured. And now back here in Taiwan and looking at the weather across the island this afternoon, we can expect cloudy or partly cloudy skies with occasional showers or thunderstorms all across the island. Current temperatures now, Taipei 25, Taichung 26, and Kaohsiung and Hualien both 28 degrees. And that was the ICRT News at 4 with me, Nancy Sun.
Thank you for tuning in for Easy News on ICRT. Build your English environment.
Sorry.
I felt like my voice was all the way like up here today because I'm fighting off a cold.
Are you?
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, man. Okay, so before we get to the discussion, we gotta get out of here, right?
Yes,
We gotta go to...
out.
All right. By whom?
By Jane Lee in the news department, who has a very important interview to do.
Is this for a lifestyle?
It's gonna be for a news story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, I'll follow you.
Yeah. Ah.
You're right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, May.
Hi, Megan.
May's...
And Gabriel.
May is such a faithful listener. You know what? Let's do it over here.
Okay. 阿姨，你上镜头了，可是我们要用这个房间。Sorry，我本来要赏给你嘛，开过去。
Okay. Is this nicer?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want Ronan Keating in the background? Okay. There's a big Ronan Keating over there. I think people have seen that a lot. Okay.
Hi.
Yes, May, you are the most faithful listener. All right, Nancy. So let's go over some of the news that you talked about today, as usual.
Oh gosh. Okay. So one of the most important things that's going to affect everybody who's listening is the Wan-An anti-air drill, the 41st. That's happening June 4th and all the way through to the 7th. So that's in a couple of weeks. 3 weeks? 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ish.
Is that the one where everybody has to like clear out of the streets?
Yeah. This is the one where for half an hour, so from 1:30 to 2 o'clock p.m., if you're on the street, you have to get off the street, like go sit in a cafe or something. If you're driving in your car, you have to park your car at the side of the road. I think like the trains and the MRT, they will still keep running, but once you get to your destination, you have to stay inside the station, wherever you are. Okay, so it starts in the north first on the 4th, and then it goes to southern Taiwan and Jinmen Island on the 5th. The east, you guys get it on the 6th, and then the 7th, the last day, is going to be for Penghu and central Taiwan. Also of note is people in central Taiwan will get some kind of text message or some kind of warning system, kind of like what we get for earthquakes. And it will say something to the effect of missile attack imminent, take cover, whatever, something like that.
Oh my God.
And it's a test.
That's terrifying.
It is kind of terrifying. But it's good to be prepared. So
okay.
It's a drill.
Zhang Manru asks, what does drill mean?
Drill, in this case, drill means practice.
Yeah.
So the military has drills to practice for, attacks or to be prepared. Schools have fire drills. Now we have, we've always
I think the Chinese word is yanxi, isn't it?
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
really
but
quick.
a drill in English is also a kind of tool. And it's also an action. God, don't you just love English? Like, how confusing
Doesn't
is
it just make sense?
Yay!
Okay. So Wan-An drill is June 4th to 7th. Taipei is when?
Taipei is going to be June 4th. For
Okay.
those people in northern Taiwan. If you're in the center, like in Taichung, you're going to see it. You're going to be affected on June 7th.
Oh, Jenny Huang is here. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. And then southern Taiwan is the 6th. Oh, sorry, the 5th.
Okay. Okay, next up we have...
oh, sorry, one last thing.
Yeah.
If you do not clear the roads and you do not follow instructions, you could be fined 30,000 NT up to 150,000.
What?
So...
For just being on the road?
Various offenses.
Why?
So do as you're told from 1:30 to 2 p.m.
Why?
Why? What do you mean why? It's a matter of like national safety.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, the next one is the Transitional Justice Council. This is something that President Tsai Ing-wen has promised since she was elected. Transitional justice is about getting rid of the remnants of authoritarian rule, martial law in Taiwan, uncovering political repression, that's the council's mandate, and then bringing justice for people who were repressed. And so this council lawmakers recently approved 2 people to be the to be the chair and deputy chair of the council. So they're bringing about the people who will form this council.
This is a new thing.
The council is something that's been in the works for a long time. But the chair and the deputy chair are newly appointed.
Okay.
And approved.
And who is it?
Huang Xiong and Zhang Tangqing.
Do they have prior experience anywhere?
I think they're all important politicians and lawmakers, so they do have some experience. But I think this is the first time that we've had a transitional justice council, so not exactly that kind of experience. Okay, Joey is staring at us from outside in a not at all creepy way.
Do you want me to just turn the camera?
Yeah, that's not at all creepy.
Oh, there he is. You can't even see him.
Okay.
He's freaking me out, man.
Yeah, we just can't.
Do you want to do this?
Is this supposed? It's supposed to be a serious segment, right?
Yeah. Well, now that you're here, it's not serious anymore.
Not anymore. Thank you.
Thanks for disrupting
We
everything.
just went from transitional
justice
into and transitioned into a non-serious segment.
There is no justice when you are here.
I'm out of here.
Get out.
All right,
get out.
peace.
Get out.
Are you leaving?
No.
Oh, that's my eye.
No.
No. Okay. Here
Well,
we go.
that's
Back
way
to
too-
Nancy.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Annika Xiao Xiao says hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. The next story is something that could affect you possibly. It's basically the military, not exactly going high tech, but using technology more. So people who are in the military reserve, if you get called back for training, you used to receive a letter through registered mail. But now they're going to text message you.
I don't think I have that problem.
Are you a Taiwan citizen?
Well, I am,
Oh,
but
okay.
there's no callback for Titai.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But there is no callback.
Good job announcing it on Facebook Live.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hi, Gloria F. Suizo. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, moving on in international news. We only read 2 of our stories today because Joey stole my news time. You know how it is. Okay, so there's this huge announcement that Donald Trump, the President of the United States, is going to make an official announcement about his decision on whether the U.S. will stay within the Iran nuclear deal and continue following it or not. This is a deal that was struck between major world powers in 2015, countries like the US, UK, Russia, France, China, and Germany. And so basically they all agreed, these countries, major players, agreed with Iran. They said, if you discontinue your nuclear program, meaning like you majorly cut back on enriching uranium, cut back on making the parts that could potentially make a nuclear weapon, then we will, lift economic sanctions.
Okay.
Continue doing business as usual, it'll be all good. But if you, somehow continue your nuclear program or violate this agreement in any way, these UN sanctions will snap back into place. And it's like economic sanctions and sanctions on imports and exports.
There's a lot of talk about him backing out, right?
Trump
Why?
himself.
Yeah. Why does he want to back out?
This was a major diplomatic achievement that occurred during the Obama era, and some people say that it's the pinnacle, or it's the crowning jewel of Obama's diplomatic outreach to the rest of the world during his presidency.
Right.
So some people might consider that this is something that Trump does often, which is undo or present a position that is against what Obama achieved in his time as president. According to Trump, he says it's an unfair deal for the U.S., which he says about a lot of things. It's too lenient on Iran. He said Iran's broken parts of the agreement over the years, over these 3 years, and he says they should be put under new sanctions.
Okay.
That's
More sanctions.
More sanctions. So he says he'll make the announcement 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which in Taiwan time is 2 a.m.
Okay.
So unless you're a night owl, you won't find out about
So
this.
tomorrow is going to be either a very busy day or a very busy day.
I know.
Right.
Well, he keeps the news busy.
Okay.
We'll say that for it.
Next, is this the next one?
Oh, Wu Xing Ching, thumbs up, hey. And then Gloria F. Suzo says, thanks for the shout, more power, more power.
Oh.
And then the last one.
Bye, Annika. She's saying bye.
Oh, bye. Hey, see you later. Okay, so the next and last story is that there was a train crash in Germany. They're still trying to figure out.
Is that your Siri?
Oh, shush.
Wow.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, so there was a train crash in Germany, and they're still trying to figure out what happened, but basically a moving train hit a cargo train that was not moving, was somehow on the tracks, I don't know why. The driver of the passenger train and one of the passengers was killed. The driver of the cargo train is uninjured, so 2 people dead in total and 14 injured.
Okay. And was that it for the news?
That was it for the news.
Okay. Also, let's talk really quickly because yesterday it was raining yesterday night.
Oh, air quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there was a huge thunderstorm last night, which I completely did not hear.
Was there? I just woke up in the middle of the night and heard like rain, but I didn't hear a thunderstorm.
I didn't hear a thing, but apparently it was major thunder, even in parts of the north, and then there were multiple traffic accidents resulting in fatalities.
No idea.
Just because visibility was so poor, and then people probably should have been going slower.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently that's been going on. It's supposed to be, the weather forecast said that there was going to be a plum rains today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and now they're saying that the weather system is moving faster than they originally calculated, so it'll just last into tomorrow.
Okay.
But we're in the north here in Xinzhuang, and it's like sunny out. I mean, it looks beautiful.
Cloudy.
Well, it looks beautiful because it's like clear and everything looks clean, but no hint of rain.
Okay.
On that note, air quality is really good today. It's this morning, Jane Lee and I were looking at the Environmental Protection Administration website, and it's like all green. It's like all green, which is the best air quality on their rating system. All green for the entirety of the island. I just checked it before the 4, and it's still mostly green except for like I think Jiayi and
Jiayi's never.
Zhubei or one other place in the north, and it's still yellow, which is not the best, but it's fair, moderate.
Nancy, look at the comments.
What? Annika's. Oh no, Eric Lynn. Hi, Eric Lynn. One thing I have to tell Nancy, she is beautiful.
What is it with you and Eric's?
I don't know. My husband's name is Eric,
Yeah.
so we get along. Eric's and I get along. Eric's have good taste.
What about Leslie's?
Leslie's listen.
All right, I'm finishing this off. All right. So once again, join us for web news.
That's right.
Every Tuesday, Thursdays, Nancy does the cast at 4.
Yes.
We record it, and then you guys can ask your questions about anything going on during the day or whatever is going on in Nancy's day.
Sure.
Nobody wants to know what happens in my day. And also don't forget to tune in Thursday again for another episode. Friday is Joey's Real Talk. You can find these up on our Facebook page or on our YouTube. Both our Facebook is ICRT FM 100. Just look for us. And more news, more information, more power all the time. And more Nancy. All right. Thank you, Nancy.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.